In 1990, a $100,000 salary was the ultimate American dream. It was the finish line. If you hit six figures, you had won the game of life. It meant a 4-bedroom home in a quiet, tree-lined neighborhood. It meant 2 reliable cars in the driveway and a college fund that was actually growing. It meant vacations that didn't require a spreadsheet of anxiety, and the most valuable luxury of all, peace. Back then, earning 6 figures meant you were part of the elite middle class. You were untouchable. But today, $100,000 is a ghost. It is a number that looks like wealth on a screen, but feels like survival in your bank account. It is the exact amount required to keep you running on a treadmill that never ends. You move, you work, you advance, and yet you never arrive. Welcome to Capital Vellum. Today, we decode the math behind the Great Mirage. Across the United States, millions of people have done everything right. They studied hard, they followed the rules, they chose practical careers in tech, healthcare, or middle management. They worked the long hours, they stayed disciplined, they didn't gamble their savings on meme stocks, they didn't slack, and eventually they reached the milestone they were promised would change everything, the 6-figure salary. Yet, as the direct deposit hits, something feels fundamentally wrong. Despite the title, despite the respect of their peers, life feels fragile. Savings are thin, time is scarce, stress is constant. They are not poor on paper, but they are poor in reality. This isn't about bad decisions. This isn't about laziness. This is about the cold, hard reality of math. To understand why you feel broke at 100K, we have to look at the hidden ledger. 30 years ago, $100,000 placed you firmly in the top 5% of earners. Today, inflation hasn't just risen, it has eroded the very foundation of your purchasing power. If you adjust for the real-world cost of living, not the manipulated numbers often cited in the news, you would need nearly $270,000 today to live the same life a 6-figure earner lived in 1990. Think about that. You are working for a 1990s dream with 2026 prices. Housing is the primary culprit. In the 1970s and 80s, a home cost roughly 3 times the average income. Today, in any city where you can actually earn 6 figures, a home costs 6, 7, or even 10 times your annual salary. You aren't buying a home anymore. You are signing a 30-year death sentence that consumes 40% of your take-home pay. The salary stayed the same, but the world moved on. Prices didn't just rise, they accelerated. And slowly, quietly, the value of your work began to decay. There is a force that never announces itself. It doesn't crash markets or make the evening news. It simply makes everything more expensive while pretending nothing has changed. Groceries, rent, insurance, childcare, education. Each increase feels small, a few cents here, a few dollars there, but when stacked over a decade, they become devastating. Your salary didn't fail you, time did. At $100,000, you fall into a psychological dead zone. You earn too much to struggle publicly, but too little to escape privately. You qualify for the mortgage, but you can barely afford the furniture. You earn enough to be taxed like the rich, but you live like the working class. This is the tax cliff. When you move from $70,000 to $100,000, you think you're getting a $30,000 raise, but after the federal government, the state, and Social Security take their share, you might only see $18,000 of that. And if you live in a high-cost state like California or New York, that 6-figure wealth is instantly cut down to $65,000 in actual spending power. You are working for the government for the first 4 months of every year. To understand why the treadmill is moving so fast, we have to look back at the most important date in financial history, August 15th, 1971. This was the day the world changed, when the United States moved off the gold standard. Money stopped being a store of value and started being a tool of debt. When money can be printed infinitely, your labor, which is finite, becomes less valuable every single day. The system began to reward those who own assets and punish those who trade their time for a salary. If you earn a salary, you are fighting a losing battle against a printing press that never sleeps. This is why your parents could buy a house on a single income, but you and your partner, both earning high salaries, are still renting. The system was redesigned to keep you in survival comfort. You have the nice smartphone, you have the high-speed internet, you have the streaming services. You are comfortable enough not to revolt, but broke enough that you can never stop working. But the trap isn't just external, it's internal. At $100,000, the pressure to look the part becomes overwhelming. You've reached a certain status, and the world expects you to maintain it. Better job? You need a better car. More responsibility? You need a professional wardrobe. High-earning friends? You need to dine at the same restaurants. Your lifestyle expands, not because you're irresponsible, but because the system is calibrated to consume every dollar you earn. The more you make, the more the world finds ways to take. This is the treadmill in its most perfect form. It is perfectly calibrated to your specific income level. You're not standing still, you're running at full speed just to remain in the same place. So you blame yourself. You lie awake at night wondering why you aren't further along. You think you mismanaged your 401k. You think others have a secret you missed. But here is the truth documented in the Vellum. Entire generations are experiencing the same anxiety, at the same income, at the same stage of life. That is not a coincidence. That is design. The system doesn't reward effort alone. It rewards position. The real trap isn't the salary. It's the belief that earning more money automatically creates security. Income is motion. Wealth is position. One keeps you running. The other lets you stop. Most people never learn the difference because they were never taught to understand systems. They were taught to chase numbers. They were told that the six-figure salary was the destination. It's not. It's the bait. The goal was never to earn more money. The goal was to understand the rules of the game. Money doesn't reward hard work. It rewards the ownership of things that work while you sleep. Once you see the code, the illusion breaks. $100,000 isn't wealth. It's a test. It's the level of the game where most people get stuck forever, distracted by the comfort of their survival. Those who understand the system pass through the six-figure mark and turn their income into assets. Those who don't stay running on the treadmill until the lights go out. This is Capital Vellum. We decode the records of wealth. And now, you see the record too.